Hello, and welcome to this practical lesson on investigating how pH affects enzyme activity. By the time you finish this video, you will be able to recognize the role of amylase, understand how pH influences how fast an enzyme works, and apply practical techniques to measure enzyme activity accurately using iodine and a stopwatch. Now let's understand how amylase breaks down starch. Amylase is an enzyme that breaks down starch, a long chain of glucose molecules, into maltose, which is a smaller sugar. By changing the pH, we can observe how enzyme activity changes and identify the optimum pH. Before we begin the experiment, let's first look at the equipment we need. First, we have the spotting tile. This is used to hold small drops of the reaction mixture during the test. Next, we need test tubes. These will contain the starch solution, amylase solution, and the different buffer solutions. We also use a measuring cylinder. This helps us measure accurate volumes of liquids so the test is fair and reliable. Here we have a pipette. The pipette is used to transfer small amounts of liquid carefully and precisely. We also need a stopwatch. This is very important because we are measuring how quickly the enzyme breaks down the starch. Now let's look at the chemicals used in the experiment. First, we have the buffer solutions with different pH values. These allow us to test how acidic or alkaline conditions affect the enzyme activity. Next is the iodine solution. Iodine is used to test for starch. When starch is present, iodine turns blue-black. If the iodine stays orange-brown, it means the starch has been broken down. We also need the amylase solution. This is the enzyme that breaks down the starch into smaller sugar molecules. And finally, we have the starch solution. This is the substance being broken down during the experiment. Here is the method of setting up the experiment. First, iodine is added to the spotting tile. Each well on the spotting tile should contain a small drop of iodine solution ready for testing. Next, amylase is measured carefully into a test tube. After that, a buffer solution is added. The buffer solution controls the pH of the reaction mixture and allows us to investigate how different pH values affect the activity of amylase. Next, we can now start the reaction. First, measure 2 cubic centimeters of starch solution into a separate test tube. Then, add the starch solution to the test tube containing the amylase and buffer mixture. As soon as the starch is added, the reaction begins. So immediately start the stopwatch. After that, mix the solution gently to make sure the enzyme and starch are evenly combined. Now we test the reaction over time. Every 10 seconds, use a pipette to place 1 drop of the reaction mixture onto a fresh iodine well in the spotting tile. Then observe the color carefully. If starch is still present, the iodine changes to a blue-black color. This shows that the starch has not yet been fully broken down. As the reaction continues, less starch remains in the mixture. Eventually, the iodine will stay orange-brown instead of turning blue-black. This tells us that all the starch has been digested by the amylase. At that point, stop the stopwatch and record the time taken for the starch to completely disappear. Let's see the result and analysis. At the optimum pH, the iodine stops turning blue-black in the shortest time, showing the enzyme is working at its maximum rate. At pH values above or below the optimum, enzyme activity decreases because the enzyme's shape begins to change. For the limitations and improvements, to improve the investigation, temperature should be kept constant using a water bath. A colorimeter could give more accurate measurements, and a control well ensures that color changes are reliable. Let's dive into some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try it yourself. In this example, we're going to investigate what happens to amylase in a very acidic environment. So what do you think will happen at pH 2, which is highly acidic? Let's find out. Step 1. First, measure 2 cubic centimeters of amylase into a test tube using a syringe. Accuracy is important here, so make sure you read the scale carefully. Step 2. Next, add 1 cubic centimeter of pH 2 buffer solution into the same test tube. This creates a very acidic environment for the enzyme. Step 3. In a separate test tube, measure 2 cubic centimeters of starch solution. Then pour the starch into the test tube containing the amylase and buffer. Step 4. As soon as the starch is added, start the stopwatch. Gently mix the solution using a pipette to ensure the enzyme and substrate are evenly distributed. Step 5. Every 10 seconds, take a small drop of the reaction mixture and place it onto an iodine well. Remember, iodine turns blue-black if starch is still present. If starch has been broken down, the iodine will remain orange-brown. Continue testing at 10-second intervals until the iodine no longer changes color. This tells you that all the starch has been digested. Step 6. Finally, record the total time taken. If the iodine stays blue-black for a long time, it means the amylase was less active at pH 2. Acidic conditions can reduce enzyme activity because the active site may not function properly.